In a live TV interview that no one saw coming, a heated exchange between Karoline Leavitt, a rising political star, and a well-known atheist TV host took the internet by storm. It all started with a simple necklace, a small, unassuming cross that Karoline wore during her appearance. But by the end of the interview, the conversation would spark a global debate and leave millions talking about her poised yet powerful response. Before we dive into the shocking details, let me ask you for a quick favor. If you're intrigued by this story and want to hear more like it, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch our videos without subscribing, but with your support we can bring you even more fascinating stories. Now back to what happened. Karoline Leavitt was invited to a primetime political talk show hosted by Nathan Grant, a prominent and outspoken atheist known for his sharp critiques of religion and politics. Karoline, as always, came prepared to discuss pressing political issues, but the host had other plans. As the cameras rolled, the conversation started civilly enough. Nathan pressed Karoline on her policies and views, but it wasn't long before his attention shifted to her necklace, a small silver cross that rested just above her heart. "Karoline," Nathan interrupted mid-sentence, his voice laced with sarcasm, "I couldn't help but notice your accessory. Do you really think wearing a religious symbol like that on national TV is appropriate? I mean, are we running a government or a church?" The studio audience let out a collective gasp, and the tension in the room became palpable. Karoline paused, her fingers instinctively brushing the cross as she processed the unexpected comment. Imagine yourself in Karoline's shoes. Would you confront the host, defend your beliefs, or deflect the question entirely? Karoline smiled softly, her expression calm yet resolute. "Nathan," she began, her voice steady and warm, "this cross is more than just an accessory. It's a symbol of hope, resilience, and love, not just for me, but for millions of people. I wear it because it reminds me to lead with integrity, no matter how challenging the circumstances." The host chuckled dismissively, leaning forward in his chair. "But don't you think it's a bit outdated? Religion, after all, has caused more harm than good in the world. Shouldn't we, as leaders, be looking toward reason and progress rather than clinging to these antiquated beliefs?" The audience fell silent, awaiting Karoline's response. How would she counter such a bold statement? Karoline didn't flinch. Instead, she leaned in slightly, her gaze unwavering. "Nathan, you're right. Human history is full of moments where religion was misused to justify harm. But that's not the fault of faith itself. It's the fault of flawed humans. This cross doesn't symbolize perfection. It symbolizes grace, forgiveness, and the belief that even in our imperfection, we can strive to be better." Her words carried an unexpected weight, and for a moment, even Nathan seemed caught off guard. But he wasn't ready to back down. "So you're saying this little piece of jewelry somehow makes you a better leader?" Karoline's smile widened. "No, Nathan. What makes me a better leader is the values it represents: compassion, humility, and courage. This necklace doesn't make me who I am, but it reminds me of who I strive to be. And I think we could all use a little more of that in today's world." By the time the segment ended, the studio audience was on its feet, giving Karoline a standing ovation. Clips of the exchange quickly went viral, with hashtags like #FaithAndFreedom and #Karoline Leavitt trending worldwide. Comment sections were flooded with support for Karoline's grace under pressure. Even those who didn't share her faith applauded her for staying composed and standing her ground without resorting to hostility. One viewer commented, "Whether you agree with her beliefs or not, you have to respect how she handled that situation. Class act." Karoline's story isn't just about defending faith, it's about the power of staying true to your values in the face of criticism. It's a reminder that grace and kindness can diffuse even the most heated confrontations, and that sometimes the strongest response is the calmest one. After the interview, Karoline Leavitt stepped off the studio stage, feeling the intensity of what had just unfolded. Though she had remained composed on air, the weight of the moment began to settle in. Had she truly conveyed her message effectively? Would her response resonate, or would it face backlash? As she exited the building, a producer rushed up to her. "Karoline, wait," he called out, slightly out of breath. "You might want to see this." He handed her a tablet showing social media feeds exploding with clips from the interview. Comments poured in from people of all backgrounds, discussing not just the debate, but the deeper message of standing firm in one's beliefs. To Karoline's surprise, even some of Nathan Grant's usual supporters had commended her grace and composure. But amidst the praise were a handful of skeptics questioning her motives. Karoline wasn't one to shy away from challenges. Inspired by the public's mixed reactions, she decided to take the conversation even further. That evening, she announced an impromptu live stream to address the overwhelming response and dive deeper into the themes of faith, leadership, and unity. The announcement alone generated immense buzz. Some tuned in hoping to see Karoline double down, while others simply wanted to witness her unfiltered thoughts. When the live stream began, Karoline appeared on screen, seated in her modest living room. Her cross necklace still visible, she greeted the audience with a warm smile. "I want to thank everyone who has taken the time to engage with this discussion," she began. "What happened earlier today wasn't just about a necklace, it was about something much bigger. And I'd like to share a personal story to help explain why this matters so much to me." She paused, her eyes reflecting both vulnerability and resolve. "You see, this cross isn't just a symbol of my faith. It's a reminder of a time in my life when I felt completely lost." Karoline shared a deeply personal story about losing her younger brother in a car accident during her teenage years. She spoke about how her family struggled to find meaning amidst the pain, and how during her darkest moments, the simple act of wearing the cross gave her a sense of hope. "This isn't about religion versus reason," she continued. "It's about finding something that anchors you when life feels unbearable. For me, it's faith. For others, it might be something different. And that's okay. What matters is how we use those anchors to lift ourselves and others up." As Karoline's live stream went viral, even Nathan Grant couldn't ignore it. Though known for his unapologetic views, he released a statement the next day, acknowledging her courage and honesty. "I may not share Karoline's beliefs," Nathan wrote on his social media, "but I respect her authenticity and her ability to engage in a meaningful conversation. We need more leaders like her who can bridge divides rather than widen them." This unexpected gesture surprised everyone, including Karoline herself. But it also opened the door for a larger, more inclusive dialogue about faith, leadership, and understanding. Karoline's story didn't just fade into the background after the initial buzz. It sparked a series of national conversations, from high school classrooms to workplace discussions, about respecting different perspectives while staying true to one's values. She began receiving invitations from universities, community organizations, and even interfaith panels to speak about her experience. Her message transcended political lines, resonating with people who saw her as more than just a politician. She was a symbol of courage and unity in a time when division often dominated headlines. Karoline's journey didn't end with a viral interview or a single live stream. It became a movement, a reminder that, no matter what challenges or criticisms you face, staying true to your principles can inspire millions. Her necklace may have been the starting point, but the real story was about the unshakable strength behind it. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. If you found this story inspiring, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this one, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.